I knew Brian's work very well, and actually I'd just seen LA Confidential about a week before, so I was very familiar with him. And I was also very familiar with the story of the Krays. I'd done a film called Gangster Number One about 15 years ago, which was ostensibly about this world. And so I'd researched all that world very much at the time, and met various people involved in that world at the time. So it was something that still interested me. So it was, and it's a great script. You know, it's a very, very good script. So it's a no-brainer, really. He was the Kray twins' business manager, basically. They didn't have a great idea at the beginning of their career how to work various cons, the long firm con in particular, which is explained during the film by by Leslie Payne. And so he was the one who pressed them to go into the club world, into buying casinos, into buying restaurants and bars and clubs, and exploiting that. Before that, they were much more geared towards exploitation through violence, which Payne was against. Payne wasn't a gangster; he was a con man. And so I'm a little older than everyone else, a little wiser, and like a father figure to the firm. We see him approaching Reggie, the more, shall we say, sensible of the two Krays, if we can say such a thing, and Reggie, the one who would be more inclined to have some kind of business acumen and some ambition. In the story of the film, that he's now settled down with a wife and maybe could go legit and make money in a legitimate way, whereas Ron is much more inclined to the violence and the image of the Hollywood gangster. And so there's more conflict with Ronnie and Payne in the film, in that Ronnie doesn't really want anything to do with Payne, even though he's reaping the benefits of Payne's wisdom. Because Payne is trying to pull back on the violence in the firm and go legit, but Ronnie enjoys it. Ronnie sees that that's what they're all about, and that leads eventually to Payne's downfall. Greed really leads to their downfall, I suppose, with any criminal. They go too far, and again, Ronnie's mental condition deteriorates, and this is a man who was clinically psychopathic and out there in the world without care, without medication, and this wasn't improving over time, and they just got too careless. The greed built upon and ate itself, and the violence increased to such an extent that they weren't clever. He is very open to improvisation, not just improvisation, but also discussion of the script and dialogue changes, script changes before we film. So it's not all just pure improvisation, and we do stick very much to the script because the script is exceptionally good, I think. But since Brian is the writer of that script and the director of the film, he will allow it to be changed if we all agree that in a collaborative way. He doesn't let us just say anything, but there are times, there's a lot of conflict in the film, obviously, because of the nature of it. The confrontation in any film always sounds better, as in real life, if we're allowed to overlap, and it'll be a little loose and not so written. If we talk of Tom playing both characters, that's been something very special to watch, because he is different when he comes to set as Reggie and when he comes to set as Ron. In fact, the first day I was on the film, I hadn't seen them before. I was actually quite scared of Tom as Ron, because I wasn't quite sure how far he was going and if he was going to actually kick off. So yeah, it's just been an incredible experience watching such a good actor do that. I mean, many actors, including myself, have played twins, and it's not such a complex thing. But watching such a great actor play these particular twins in this particular film with this particular script has been an honour. Tom Hardy, I think that's what people are going to enjoy about this film the most. I think personally, I think he's quite one of the best actors working in the whole world today. I think he's an extraordinary fella. I'd followed his career before I did this. I did this film as much as for everything else, but to work with Tom.
Hello, it's Valerie here. For all you Harry Potter fans, did you know that Daniel Radcliffe went through 160 pairs of prop glasses filming the series? Yeah, I swear. For this and more movie facts, click on more videos.